Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Kyle. Today we'll be making a Tsuivan, which is a Chinese-inspired Mongol dish. Right now I'm prepping the vegetables, but as you can see, and we'll get started shortly. It's also very likely that the Mongols got Chinese influence when they conquered like almost half the world in the 13th century. All right, so we gotta chop the cabbage up pretty thin. Right now I'm cutting the carrots, which are an integral part of this meal. It adds a bunch of flavor, and we all like flavor. Okay, we're ready to begin making the noodles, which seems like another Chinese-inspired ingredient. So, because I don't have a roller, I'm gonna flatten this out with my hands. That's how my mom did it. So, I think yeah, it's turned out very, very good. All right, so I flattened this out, and now I'm going to pour some oil in here and disperse it. I think I spread it out so it gets the whole dough. So the noodles have been prepared. They're sticking together right now, but we can tear them apart. I think it's time to start preparing the actual dish. For the meat, we're going to use lamb or mutton. The Mongols really like to use mutton in this dish, so I'm going to use it too. So I'm slicing up the meat in pretty generous pieces. This is so we'll keep the flavor in, and it'll be harder for the meat to dry out. And make sure to practice good cutting skills. So I'm adding the oil right now. We're ready to cook the meat. Everything's prepped. Yeah, so let's roll. So cooking the meat, the lamb. Do you see these pieces, like these fat pieces? Like they're just melting into, like, they're just melting and like producing a very good, producing a lot of flavor. It's extracting a lot of flavor from the mutton itself. This is very, I think this is why the Mongols like using lamb, because it tastes very good, and I guess made them nice and fat and ready for war. Well, ready for warfare. As you can see, the lamb is cooked, and we're ready to add the vegetables to the pot. Smells really good. Yeah, there it is. So I put the lamb in there, and now I have to season it with garlic and salt. Chinese influence. Chinese people will always use garlic, so. And salt. So we're gonna add up the cabbage. Chinese dishes have a lot of cabbage on it. Bai Thai is what we like to call it. And now the noodles. We're using a very different technique to cook the noodles. We are going to steam the noodles. Okay, and I'm gonna put the cover on. And what will happen is that the steam will actually come up and cook the noodles itself. Yeah, the Mongols had very many ethnic policies. Like, for example, they didn't want intermarriage, because they didn't want Mongols and the Han to mix. Even though the Mongols didn't exactly like the Chinese, like, they abolished their exam system. They obviously got something from the Chinese food, I guess, and like, yeah, that influenced their culture. So as you can see, this dish has a lot of ingredients that the Mongols probably got from the Chinese. For example, the noodles. As we know, the northern Chinese love to eat noodles, which makes sense because the Mongolia was on the north. Is on the north of China, and the bai tai, of course, classic Chinese vegetable. Onions, garlic, especially. That's one of the Chinese love garlic. They put garlic on everything. And even the cooking style. Chinese people are known to steam things. For example, the meat bun, like the pork buns, baozi, the steamed pork buns. What they do is they have a pot of water and put another cover over it, full of holes, and then pork buns, and that's how they cook it. And that's how we're cooking our noodles right now. I would say the Chinese had a lot of influence on the world in general. You see a lot of Middle Eastern cuisine having similar things as the Chinese, and I think this is because the Mongols got their cuisine from the Chinese, and their territory was so vast. It and also included the Middle East. So, in that way, the Chinese have influenced the Middle East.